So everybody, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about my wiring update and what I've been doing with the wiring. The car wiring wise, I'll say it's probably like 80% done, but I am being very OCD regarding how I want it, and I want the car to pretty much run like it was factory, like it was meant. This engine was meant from the factory, which I feel like I'm pretty close. Wiring wise, as you guys can see, I kept cruise control, and from doing research, because I do notice I kept everything. By the way, RSX is different. It has the throttle body like bracket has another extra cable, because the way it's like, I guess like two throttle body cables pretty much, because one keeps it open. But the way the Integra works, it's actually in the pedal, and I apologize, it's super hot. I don't know if it's like glitching or whatever, but it's in the pedal. And we got this mechanism here, which on older vehicles, I think it was like vacuum operated, but this is not vacuum operated, and that's what kind of helps it. I have everything in here, the module, everything that it's supposed to for that. The only thing that I've noticed is in the ECU connector A2, I believe, from A plug on the old ECU, it says something about AC signal or something, which there's nothing of that on the RSX ECU. So I'm like, I don't know if that's gonna affect it, but other than that, everything else is in there, so I believe it's going to work. And based off what I've been reading, people said that it did work, so hopefully it works. Cruise control, I have yet to try it, but that's another feature that I want to keep. AC as well, which I have to extend the wire that I believe kicks on the AC clutch, which is not going to be a big deal, because obviously B series is on that side and K series is on this side. So I just have to extend the wire. Boom, right here. I have everything pretty much set and ready to go for it. And I'm gonna show you guys, but I already put in the secondary relay, because you guys can see. Let me flip the camera. In here we do have that relay, which happens to be, there you go, condenser fan. Boom, right there. So I was a little bit confused about it, because I'm like, hey, I'm already running it, why do I need to plug that, which came with the kit for hybrid racing. But from my understanding and reading, RSX and a lot of these newer Hondas have a multiplexer, I believe that's what it's called, multiplex. Don't quote me on what exactly it does, but I guess it does a lot more, and these older chassis do not have that. So by you plugging in that relay, you're essentially helping it or bypassing it, because you do not have a multiplexer. So from what I've read, that's what people did, and they got it to work. But yeah, if you guys can see in your B series or your D or whatever in your Honda, you actually have it right there if you already have AC. So yeah, all the lines and stuff are still here, like the factory AC stuff line. Like I said, you do have to change the plug, which I have it here. I got it from the junk. Right, if I can find it, I'll show you guys. It's right in here. This is the correct plug you're going to need. I got this from the junkyard, and it's different from your current one on the car. So that's all you need. Which I got from the junkyard, and I'm gonna show you guys inside. Okay, I got this hot mess in here, but I'm working on it. It's way less than what it was before. I try to keep it clean too, but so you guys have it here. I did mount, see, that's the hybrid racing. I labeled it right there, so I won't forget later on in the future. Or if I sell the car, people already know what to do, because they'll see all this stuff and have an idea. They're not completely lost, because things are labeled, and they have an idea why I have that, why that's in there. But that's the relay. That's where I mounted it. Kind of like out of sight, out of mind. Hopefully it doesn't hit anything. But this is where you're wiring it. I'm not going to talk about it, because there's tons of videos out there of people doing this. But here it is. Essentially, you're plugging it to the old existing one. And I labeled them. So this is the B plug, and this is what I did to get ground, as you guys can see, and then to get power. And then also here we got the ACC from I believe this is 817, and then this is not the ACC here. Let me see what it is. Oh, the signal. So this is a, yep, the signal for it, for the ACC, I believe. But yeah, went ahead and I follow this chart. This is A27. I follow this chart that they have, Hybrid Racing, with the layouts. And I also found something else from somebody that was really helpful by accident. And that's how I was able to know that I can get my stuff here from B-plug, like your ground and power, sourcing them. Because I've seen people do it, but they put grounds like somewhere in the chassis of the car, and I just wanted to keep them all clean with the wires. So this is why I did. Plus, I'm not using these wires anymore because they're from the old harness and stuff from the car. And yeah, that's essentially what you do. Hope I labeled this right. Yes, it says ACS, yes, and ACC. And that's pretty much what you do. And that's the wire update so far on that. Let me see what else I did. I did my from B plug number 10 here. It's B10. I did the charge light. You guys can see, have it in there. This is for the coolant temp, so you can read it on your dash. I found out that this one's actually for a fan control, which I don't need. These ones you see right here is when I pretty much did my reverse lights, because obviously this is auto to manual. Something else that I have to do, I have to take all this thing out, and I got the harness in there, which I made my own. But if you guys are interested in buying, make sure you check out C2 Spec Motoring. Check him out. He actually makes harnesses plug and play, which, you know, I wanted to save myself a few bucks, so I took the old existing plug and then made my own one. But found out that you actually need a relay, like a 30 amp or a 40 amp relay, because obviously that's what gets connected onto your clutch switch, and if you don't do that over time, it's going to get damaged, or it's going to pretty much stop working. So it's good to put that relay on it. It will help it a lot. It's a safety issue. You don't want to get stranded. And I'm running also, like I was telling you guys, the cruise control, so I also was able to wire that up as well and have it functioning as well. So I did that. And my ABS light, you guys probably didn't know, or I'll show you this picture here, that when I was driving it, it was on, and I had no idea why it was on. It was bothering me. I could swear I did everything right. So ABS system, it's not complicated, but you know, it's fairly easy. This is obviously kind of like the module from the ABS system. A lot of it's like orange. Yes, if you guys are curious about it, on the Integra, it's actually located on this side, where the passenger rear, and all the wires and stuff run kind of like here, because you know, you got the sensors going to the back, you know, on the rear, and then on the front as well. It all kind of runs like all through here, and then it's kind of hard to see, but it's that orange plug right there, and then that fishes to the front, where you got your ABS pump, and you got the sensors on both of the front, and then also a lot of it kind of runs back on the bottom in there. Show you guys in here, you guys can see what I'm talking about on that connector. Also runs in there too. I'm not sure if that's running back into here, kind of like letting you know if there's an issue. But every time I will cycle the car, obviously when you cycle the key, the car is actually doing this test to see if everything's good. Something gets permanently lit in the dash, then you know there's a problem happening. So I didn't know what was happening, so I pulled some schematic. I checked the relays out, which I don't know if I remember which one it actually was, but I believe it was fuse 815, I believe is the one that actually it uses. But I don't remember which one right now it was. But oh, there you go. Yes, so the meter one, sorry, I wasn't even pointing at it. So the meter one, that's, from what I was looking at, this is one of the main ones that's responsible for protecting the circuit for your ABS, which I was surprised, but I don't even know what that meter means. But yeah, this one right here, based off what I was looking at, is responsible for that circuit to protect it. And yeah, everything was good. All the fuses checked out perfectly fine. Sorry, let me put this back in here. All the fuses were fine. So I was like, man, I don't know what it could be. I mean, I did, you know, mess with the sensors in the back a little bit. So maybe one's dirty, one's clogged, or I broke one. The spacing's not correct on it. Which, by the way, these are 16, so I might get a different reading because, you know, that's factory wheel size are 15. But I don't think it's gonna be an issue, to be honest. And also, to run correct, I'm not sure. When I bought the ECU, the guy told me, well, when I took it in, he said, hey, even though it's an automatic ECU, R6 automatic, you don't have to bypass anything. But that's not what Honda says on their website. Honda says if you're running an automatic R6 ECU, you need to actually bypass, because the automatic ECUs don't have the VSS like the manual ones does. So if you guys see here that red wire, that's pretty much from the ECU, which I made a video, you guys want to check it out. It's inside the ECU, it pokes out, and then I have it directly spliced onto the actual signal from the VSS in order for it to actually work correctly on the odometer, or it will not pick up the correct. You have to also put some inputs. I have a video if you guys are interested. It was a while back, but you have to put inputs in the K Pro, upload and everything, and essentially it fixes your RPMs so it's actually calibrated correctly. And so I figure maybe it might be that, or maybe something's throwing it off, but all that's correct and checked like it's supposed to from K Pro and Honda. So I knew it was not that. But what I came to find out is I had a mess here of spaghetti wires, just crazy. And I'll put it here again to show you guys how it looked. And there's a lot of wires in the wedge. I was trying to trim a lot of the automatic stuff that I wasn't using. A lot of stuff was just piggyback off of other sensors, and I'm pretty sure so far that I have it down pat. I have not any, cross my fingers, any issues with wiring, which I thought I was gonna have because I eliminated a lot of stuff, but a lot of stuff was just nonsense stuff, and I cleaned it out so that way it's just whatever's here is whatever I actually do need. And what actually ended up happening was I depinned 2 of those wires on that orange connector, and I completely forgot that where they actually went. So when I was like looking at them, I was like, oh, I think this one goes here, and I actually flipped them. And this whole time my ABS was not working, and I had obviously the light was on, and it's because I flipped those 2 wires. And I realized when I took all this out and I started looking at them, because I started tracing all the wires, and I was like, these 2 wires they look out of place. So as soon as I swapped them over, I depinned them, I pinned them back where they went, and I cycled the key, the light went away. So that's good. You know, I pretty much figured out my ABS, which I wanted to keep as well. So that's a good update right there, wiring wise as well for you guys. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've done so far. I am going to be wiring my brake fluid kind of like level signal, which goes to the dash. Super easy. The only one that I've seen that has that capability of conversion harness is probably Hybrid Racing. But this is a poor man's way of doing it. There's a video out there for you guys as well if you guys are interested on what to look for, but I have not done it because I'm going to take some time and do all this, and I'm going to record it for you guys as well. But I don't really think it's that important because a lot of people don't really care about these stuff. But that's something else that I want to do for the car. Obviously, like I told you guys about the relay here, and something else that I wanted to do is I want to have my Evap working like it's supposed to, and I think I figured out what to actually do. As you guys can see on these E-plug, we have a lot of empty blocks, a lot of empty spots, and that's essentially where a lot of your Evap system gets I guess input or commands from the ECU on your K-series ECU. Well, this is an RSX. But on my old harness, everything's pretty much coming from from this A plug right here. So I already did my homework. I already got everything written down. I looked at the schematics over and over, wire tracing like crazy. It took me like a week, and I think I was able to crack it. And I am just waiting on the time to pass everything over, and then you'll see this pretty much. A lot of these wires I'll probably depin and then put them over here. And then, you know, once I enable my purge valve on K Pro, which I need to figure out how to do that. In theory, we should start having our Evap working like it's supposed to, and that fuel smell that I get, which is not as potent as this one, because this is actually venting a little bit more. Yeah, it's venting. So this one's not, it's a little bit more in case, but the in case is not doing anything to get rid of it. So it's not reburning itself, it's just sitting in there and I can smell it. And yeah, hopefully that should fix the issue. If I see any issues, because once they'll be enabled, I should see them on the dash, and then I can actually go about it and run it and see exactly what to do. But if you guys had any other vehicles, Evap system can be really annoying, because a lot of times you'll get the slightest message for it and it does not affect drivability whatsoever. It's just something that by law, you know, especially in a lot of strict law states, you have to have. And it actually makes your car a little bit more cleaner when it comes to testing and stuff like that. But yeah, this is just wire updates for the car that I am currently about to do, already did, or am planning on doing. And once I finish all these stuff, because obviously I just taking all this out, I did not want to do that again, but I have to. I'm gonna have to take this out again to do the harness for the AUTOONE manual, to do it right. Since I'm here, I don't know, I might as well just, because I was thinking of making kind of like extra USB plugs here, you know, to charge or do stuff. So everything's coming from this side here, so I might as well try to do that since this is already out, because it's a pain, it's annoying. Something else, the wing, it does have a third brake light on the wing. I want to keep it. You guys can see right there, we got the wires hanging right there, but unfortunately my third brake light on the top from factory works as well, and it will not, every time I try to piggyback voltage off of it, it doesn't work. I don't know, it's not working. So I have to look at schematic, maybe get a little bit further in it. But I know if I bypass and I go down to my brake lights and I piggyback off of those, it will work. But you guys can see, I will have to pretty much trace all the wires back into here, bring them down here, running to the side, and then back down there, because when I open the hatch, if I don't do it right, I'm just gonna pull those wires, and that's a lot of unnecessary things to do, to be honest. But that's something else that I wanted to do if I want to have this working, as you guys can see, because I want this one to work, which is working, but this one's not working when I plug it when I plug it all together. But yeah, that's another thing for itself, update wise, on wiring, that I am looking to see. I believe once I do all that, the car should be 100% when it comes to making everything run like factory, or like smooth, like it's supposed to. Nothing missing, everything's just working like it's factory. And yeah, so I'll keep you guys posted as I keep trucking along and I embark on those. I will definitely be documenting the Evap stuff if it does work, to help anybody out that's in that wants to keep and wants to do that. I did make a video as well, check that video out. Me talking a little bit about the difference between that and then like kind of like the old school charcoal canister, if you want to run that, which is a lot easier. But I know my chassis is newer, so it has all these sensors that run to the back, but the EG is not, and this will be great for the EG, which by the way I do have it on the EG, so who knows, maybe when I'm done I'll probably document it for you guys on the EG. But yeah, that's gonna conclude the video, you guys. Apologize for the fan noise, it's super hot in here, but just a wire update for you guys on the Integra, and I apologize, it's been so long, personal issues, but those are the stuff that I have in mind and works to get the Integra back and rolling, and up out in the streets, because I still need to tune, and things are not done inside, and I'm sorry I keep procrastinating, but just stay tuned, you guys. Hope I help out anybody that's embarking the same thing and wants to have their car kind of like run really daily wise wirings and everything. But I'll keep you guys posted. I'll catch you guys on the next video.